From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. The Vatican has announced Pope Francis died Monday morning at the age of 88. History's first Latin American pontiff charmed the world with his humble style and concern for the poor. Francis, who suffered from chronic lung disease and had part of one lung removed as a young man, was admitted to Rome's Gemelli Hospital this past February 14th for a respiratory crisis that developed into a double pneumonia. He spent 38 days there. The Pope's last trip to Canada was in 2022, when he spoke to Canadians and begged forgiveness for the wrongs that Christians did to the Indigenous peoples in Canada. Speaking during a visit to Quebec City, Francis called residential schools a deplorable system.
For this reason, I express my deep shame and sorrow, and together with the bishops of this country, I renew my request for forgiveness for the wrong done by so many Christians to the Indigenous peoples. I beg forgiveness.
Vatican observers say none of Canada's 5 cardinals is likely to replace Pope Francis. Mark McGowan, a professor of history at the University of St. Michael's College in Toronto, says the Canadian cardinals are either too old, too inexperienced, or tarnished by allegations of sexual misconduct.
I would say none of them would be serious contenders, just for very different reasons. But, the old saying in Rome is, walk into a conclave of pope and come out a cardinal. So anything can happen.
The College of Cardinals will gather in Rome to elect the next pope. Anyone hoping to cast an early ballot in next Monday's election has until the end of today to visit an advanced polling station as the 5-week federal election campaign enters its final week. Today is the 4th and final day that advanced polls will be open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. Liberal leader Mark Carney released his party's costed platform Saturday and then spent part of his Easter Sunday campaigning at a rally in the Ottawa area riding of Nepean. That's where he's running for his first ever seat in Parliament. Carney likened the current tariff war with the U.S. to the first round of the NHL playoffs between the Ottawa Senators and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
We didn't ask for this fight. But, yeah, exactly. But Canadians are always ready when someone drops the gloves. And in a trade war, just like in hockey, we will win.
Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre and NDP leader Jagmeet Singh campaigned Sunday morning in British Columbia, addressing Canadians' cost of living concerns. The NDP has also unveiled its costed campaign pledges, but the Conservatives still have not. Today, Poilievre will make a morning announcement in Toronto, Singh will remain in BC, and Mark Carney will hit 3 maritime provinces today, beginning with announcements in Charlottetown, PEI. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the hockey playoffs are on. Mitch Marner had a goal and 2 assists as the Toronto Maple Leafs thumped the Ottawa Senators 6-2 to open their first-round playoff series. Marner reflected on the first postseason Battle of Ontario clash in more than 2 decades, which saw the Sens take a string of penalties.
You knew it was going to be a fiery series. Thought we did a good job of just staying calm in the moment, and when we had our looks, we made good on them.
Toronto scored 3 times on the power play. Ottawa captain Brady Tkachuk says the Sens have to stay out of the penalty box.
That's on us. We got to be more disciplined.
Game 2 goes Tuesday at Scotiabank Arena. Brett Howden scored twice, and the Vegas Golden Knights opened their first-round Western Conference series with a 4-2 win over Minnesota, and the Carolina Hurricanes beat the New Jersey Devils 4-1. Now, the Women's World Hockey Championship in Czechia. Canada lost 4-3 to the U.S. in overtime. American golfer Justin Thomas beat Andrew Novak in a playoff at the RBC Heritage. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.